Hey folks, what's going on? I'm the Credit Savage. Welcome to my channel. Before I get any further, let me just thank all of you guys that are subscribing and asking some amazing questions. Thank you so much for all the positive reinforcement and all those positive comments that you make. I especially really like when I see users and subs help each other out. I can't get to everybody's comments sometimes on time. And so sometimes I just don't get the alerts because there's so many comments. And when you guys jump in and help each other out, that makes me feel really good because at the end of the day, we're all in this together. And I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. So today I actually have some sliver of good news. And to anybody that was affected, here in California, I'm talking about, and I'm specifically talking about EDD, and how EDD seems to have dropped the ball when it comes to communicating with Bank of America, and there were some potential issues that I guess people were taking, some EDD funds. And not necessarily in a legal route, they were actually committing fraud. Well, what Bank of America did is they did. I mean, I know that there's ways in which you can help people out without freezing their accounts. And so, this money that EDD gives to Bank of America is it's supposed to be FDIC insured because as far as I know, Bank of America is a bank and they have insurance. The FDIC insures them up to $200,000 per person at that bank. And if they wanted the contract with EDD and through California, and they wanted to service Californians, these are some of the things that come in, with the territory of having access to their accounts and their funds. And so at a time when Bank of America is making some incredible profits, all-time high profits, and people were having issues with their EDD cards. Instead of investigating further and finding out what happened, they froze people's accounts. And this is not like a couple of accounts we're talking about. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of accounts that were frozen by by Bank of America, without telling the users, the people who those accounts belong to. So there's a sliver of good news because if you were affected, you may be able to get some benefits out of this because Bank of America was just ordered to fix the California EDD unemployment card issue by a United States district court. All right. Like I said, they froze hundreds of thousands of, as far as we know, hundreds of thousands. It could be in the millions of accounts. When people were mentioning that they didn't take any funds out, somebody else did, or that there were purchases that were being made in different places, and they had not authorized those purchases. And so, without explanation, Bank of America put those people at a disadvantage in an already horrible situation because of the pandemic, and froze their accounts. So, like I said, a United States district court judge has ruled that this week, as a matter of fact, the week of May 19th, that the debit card holders were likely to succeed in a proposed class action lawsuit alleging that the bank failed to adequately investigate the complaints about fraudulent charges on debit cards that are used to collect EDD benefits, and instead decided to just simply freeze their accounts. That was not legal. And if it affected, hundreds of thousands of Californians or more, that means that their families were also affected. A lot of people did not pay rent because of this, mortgages. We're talking about people weren't even able to buy groceries. Okay, some people weren't able to pay their PG&E bill. It's just a horrendous situation, in an already bad situation as it is. And instead of helping, Bank of America decided to be greedy and keep that money. I assure you that money was not frozen. I assure you that we're still using that money to buy back stock because there were some packages that the President of the United States signed into law, thus giving a lot of taxpayer money to Bank of America so that they can help people. And instead, they decided to buy back their stock and froze people's accounts. Okay? Like I said, this is at a time when they reaped some all-time high profits, and they took billions of dollars in federal aid. And what it's the most sickening, okay, and it angers me personally, is the fact that this is money that Californians pay for. Okay, this aid is California's tax money that they're using to give to Bank of America, and they decided to freeze people's accounts. And these are the same people that are being affected. I don't get it. It is a slap in the face of California taxpayers, and I'm sure not just Californians. I'm sure people all over the states that had their accounts frozen by Bank of America feel the same way. And I urge you that if you were affected by this situation and your account was frozen, please reach out to the attorneys that are leading the case against against Bank of America. And the law offices are Gadget, Pitter, and McCarthy. And the phone number is 650-697-6000. Another attorney leading the charge is Alschuler and Burson. And this is a San Francisco-based a law firm, and their phone number is 415-421-7151. I urge you that if you were affected and you have not had access to your money because it's pending in terms of you're pending because of this investigation, or your account was just frozen and your funds have been released and you've been paid, yet you do not have access to them because Bank of America is frozen your account, I suggest you call these people, because some people that I know in the comment section have told me they've had months and months of their accounts being frozen, and this is absolutely illegal. Okay, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, I mean, a U.S. District Court judge already ruled that Bank of America is wrong, and that now litigation can proceed in terms of class action. Okay, so I suggest that if you want to put your name in there because you were affected, definitely give these attorneys a call and let them know the situation you're in. Keep a paper trail. Make sure that you have phone numbers you called, times you called, dates you called, and in numbers, how much they're withholding, and so on and so forth, because they're going to have to pay not just interest on that money, but penalties. And so you're going to be owed a nice chunk of change if you decide to take action. Okay, so like I said, these are accounts that have been pending or that have been paid because of these investigations the Bank of America has dragged their feet on, and it's not necessarily legal. I suggest that you call these attorneys and ask questions. And hey, the worst that can happen is they say, you know what, there's nothing we can do, but we'll give you a call if there is something we can do. And, best case scenario, you're going to be given, a lot more money than what you are owed because of the legalities of this issue. Anyways, that's what I have for you guys today. There's a sliver of good news now, and I think this is going to light a fire under, other services that are dragging their feet. Third parties that we're talking about here that are working in conjunction with EDD to service, and I say service, Californians. And so finally, a little bit of good news. I hope that, this video was useful to you guys. And if you found some or any of this context useful, or if I taught you a thing or two, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. It'll cost you absolutely nothing, and it helps me out with the algo so more people are able to see this video. Please share so that, if somebody was affected by the freezing of these debit cards, they could have this information just as you are having it. So thank you so much for watching. You guys take it easy. To the next one.